Hello everyone, this is the Dominator of the World, and I am basically going to show you what I've been doing for the past couple of days, which is preventing me from putting up Halo videos. And even though I said I'm going to have to put up like one every day to get it done before winter break, I have basically become a hypocrite in that. But, oh well. What I've been doing is getting my, Death Knight on World of Warcraft to level 80. The last time you saw him, he was in his 60s. And what I've basically been doing is doing dungeons the entire day for the last 2 days. I've also been doing my fair share of quests, but mostly it was dungeons. And this can be a very good way to level once you're a high level, but it seems to go a lot slower than I remembered it going whenever I was leveling my main, but whatever. I did several dungeons, but a lot of them were also repeated. That's another problem. It can get very repetitive since these are not heroics and they don't lock after you finish every one. So, as I said a moment ago, I did my fair share of questing, and I'm going to show you my 3 favorite quests that I did while I was level 79, going to 80. All of these are in Ice Crown, since that's the only place I go whenever I reach 78, so I can level faster, since the quests are more up to my level. But, here is the first one. It involves a gigantic eye in one of the Lich King's towers. You basically have to shoot it with a laser, and it will attack you back with its impending stare. Apparently that can kill you. It can damage you pretty badly. So basically you just have to keep clicking the button, the icon, that'll shoot the laser for you. If you you can die from this if you don't attack soon enough or enough during the actual fight, because will leave you pretty almost dead. So, it's only common sense to keep attacking. However, I was disappointed with the end of this quest, because whenever you destroy the eye, it doesn't do anything special, it just makes this weird noise and then disappears. And that's part of the phasing effect that goes with the quest. But I would have enjoyed it more if, at the end, the eye would explode after you hit it for the last time with the laser, but instead it does this. Which is not exciting at all. It's just yawn. Anyways, my next quest was quite amusing. What you basically have to do is attack these dark initiates, and you loot them. They will drop these orbs that you throw at the subjugators or something like that. The subjugators are usually easy to find, but I killed a lot of them before this, so I have to find one. I have to take some time finding one. Anyways, you throw the orb will transform them into a peasant girl, I think. Something like that. It's not part of the cult. Anyways, a gargoyle sentry will pick up the girl, and then it will move her over to the edge of the wall. I'm gonna defeat this dark initiate quickly and then fly over there to see what happens next. I'm pretty sure you can imagine what happens next, but let's watch. Wasn't a very long scream. I would imagine she'd go like, oh. And my last quest and my favorite so far is the plane fight bombing thing. Basically what you did here is you had to bomb the scourge below, and there are the gargoyles flying all over the air, so if they started to attack you, you had to switch to your air attacking missiles, and you would have to shoot them as well. It is quite a difficult quest to keep up with, because there's a lot of mobs that you have to take care of, and there's a certain amount of everything you have to bomb, and basically, it's easy enough to get the numbers, it's just, there are so many that the damage they do to you is kind of horrendous. But, it's manageable, I think. I got it in 2 runs. I think I used to be able to do it in 1, but I had to get used to the controls fast as I was going, because I'd forgotten most of the controls. As you may have noticed, my voice is getting delayed with the video, and that is completely due to the fault of Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker has dealt with my videos in the past quite well. It's worked with them, and because of that, I never really gave up on it, even though everybody said it sucked. But now it really is sucking. It's kind of just making my videos lag completely, and it's just unacceptable. I mean, it's making it so it freezes my computer every time I try to watch a video on this and try to edit it. Luckily, it's not doing that right now, or I would be really angry. But if Windows Movie Maker eventually ends up destroying one of my future videos, I will in turn destroy it, and I will have to probably get a new editing tool. Any suggestions? I would love to hear them, just in case. But for now, I'll give Windows Movie Makers some more chances. But anyways, now we're gonna move to the dungeon bosses. I'm gonna basically show you me killing them, me and my group killing them, and then I'm gonna basically tell you what they do. That's their special move. The first instance I basically did was the Calling of Strathholm. It's a really cool instance where you go back in time and help Arthas kill the citizens of Strathholm, which make it into the undead instance we all know today. The first boss was actually Meathook, but I didn't manage to kill him or record me killing him because for some reason my recording device didn't work for that one. Next one is called Salram the Flesh Crafter. Unfortunately, Windows Movie Maker made it lag, so I can't explain it to you because it already passed without me knowing. Oh well. Anyways, what he basically did is just this shadow bolt that will do some pretty high damage. The next one is Time Lord Epoch. He basically just charges around the room, targeting individual targets in your party, and he'll do quite a bit of damage if he gets you. And finally, the last boss of the Calling of Strathholm is Mal'Ganis. There's also another boss between Mal'Ganis and Time Lord Epoch, but that's in heroic mode, so I won't discuss it. Mal'Ganis doesn't do anything special. He basically just fights you with his hands and claws. He will occasionally target one of your party members and put them to sleep, and you won't be able to do anything. He also does this weird green wave that you would see him do in Warcraft 3. So Mal'Ganis isn't difficult to take down at all. However, you will not be able to actually kill him, as in to see him die, because right before you kill him, whenever he has like 1k health left or something like that, he will put everyone to sleep, including Arthas, and then he'll run away, go into the portal. Arthas will chase after him, and then he'll give you your reward, which is actually the loot. So instead of looting Mal'Ganis' dead body, you just get loot. Anyways, next was Ukard Pinnacle. The first boss was Svala Sorrowgrave. This is one of the angels of death that Arthas creates. Basically, she doesn't do really anything special with her melee attack, but she will at times target one of your party members, incapacitate them in some way with her banshees that she summons. The banshees will surround the body, and this huge sword will be spinning down slowly from the air, and I'm assuming that if it touches his body, it will immediately kill it, or do some very high damage. But, what you basically have to do for that part is you have to kill the banshees before that happens, and that's basically it. Svala will hang in the air for quite a while, and the ranged DPS will be able to raise their DPS in the score sheet, and that's not really fair for the melee, but whatever, you have to deal with it. Next is Gortok Palehoof, but since Windows Movie Maker lagged once again, I will not be able to tell you much about him. He doesn't really do anything special with his melee attack, and I don't think he does anything. I will assume that he does some sort of stomp that will stun you, but he does do some pretty massive damage with his huge harpoon. Now we have Scotty the Ruthless, who is on top of his frozen proto-drake. It is a really cool mount. If you kill him, there is a chance you can loot this mount, but it's very rare. Anyways, what you basically have to do is kill these harpooners who drop their harpoons, and you have to loot the harpoons, and then you basically can access the machines, shoot down his dragon, and once his dragon is down, he will come down and he will start attacking. He also does nothing special. He will occasionally with his mace, go berserk and start doing whirlwind, which he will spin around, doing massive damage to anyone close to him. So I suggest for all the melee DPS to get away from him at this time. The tank can deal with it because the healer is basically healing him. He will move around. The tank is probably supposed to kite him, and that's how we deal with him. Finally, we have King Neron. I put the volume up for this one, and I fast forwarded it because I wanted to see what he sounded like, and it's quite hilarious. But anyways, I end up dying for this battle because our tank died early on since we unfortunately pulled him by accident. I end up trying to tank once our tank is down, but the healer doesn't realize it, doesn't heal me, and so I die. So our DPS is in trouble. Somehow our tank reses back to life, and he's able to take on the fight once again. Neron will occasionally freeze everyone in time. He will go to this boat, and he'll summon this spirit to watch him fight. This doesn't really do anything, it's a waste of time really, and once he does it 5 times it gets really annoying, which actually happened to my last heroic group that I did this with. It was extremely annoying, and it took us several minutes to take him down. After you've taken him down, that will be the end of Utgard Pinnacle, since he is the king of the Vrygul in Hallingfjord. Next we have the Halls of Stone, I believe, and the first boss is General Jarngrim, or something like that. Anyways, he will do some massive damage with his swords. He will electrocute you at times, and he will go berserk, and I think he whirlwinds, which is the same as Scotty the Ruthless. I don't really remember, but he's pretty easy to take down on normal. On heroic, he's a lot harder. But anyways, next we have Vulcan, who is this giant lava metal dude who basically forges stuff. He does nothing special really. He kicks you with his foot occasionally, and he will go back to his forge to build something, I think. I'm not sure what it is. It might give him back health, but I really never got the point of that. So, next we have Ionar, who is this big storm funnel cloud thing, tornado thing. He's probably one of the more interesting bosses in this dungeon. He will occasionally, in phase 2, split into these little giant, electric ball things. They will do huge damage if you run right next to him, so the entire party has to run away from them. And then once he goes back to his original form, you can start killing him again. Once you're done with him, it's time for Loken. Loken is a Titan king, dude. He does some pretty big damage with his foot, because he stamps on you. He will do this electric blast thing that can do some pretty big damage. And finally, after 6 hours of playing, level 79, I finish with quests, actually. I turn this one in. I'm gonna probably have to repeat this because it looks like Windows Movie Maker is lagging. I do want to keep this part in order, because that's kind of the point. Alright, this quest completely doesn't get me to level, but it gets me closer. So it looks like I have to fly all the way to the Shadow Vault to turn in some more quests. So I'll fly over there. I sped this up because there really was no need for you to watch the entire process in a normal speed. Alright, we're gonna turn in this quest too. Unfortunately, it will not get me into level 80 as well. So, one more time, I have one more quest to turn in. Let's go to the back of the Shadow Vault, and we'll turn in this last quest. I'll pick up an item, and ding, ding, ding. I'm level 80. I have my second level 80. I have to learn some new abilities, and I have over 4k gold, so that's no problem. So, this has been the Dominator of the World. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys understand why I didn't put any Halo videos up. I will put some up tomorrow after I finish level 3, so I'll work on that right away. See you guys later.